We're live right now talking about the top 12 supplements for the immune system. We'll do a couple of other things too, making the banana nori roll, talk about why it's so powerful. I didn't even cover it in the last live. I just did a few minutes ago completely. I want to. Just talking about supplements and the best, highest quality supplements. I answered one question just recently on the last live of why isn't there multiple herbs in a formula with bimergy? How come there isn't multiple herbs? Because the multiple herb thing rips you off. That's how they do it. When you buy an herbal supplement out there that says for your immune system and it's got multiple herbs in it, like lots of herbs, then they're ripping you off because they're only using a smidgen of each herb. You can't get better when you have serious problems with a smidgen of each herb. And so that's why if you're gonna use Goldenseal to knock out bacteria, to knock out infections, to knock out pathogens, then you're gonna need a powerful Goldenseal, and using the right dosage, that's what counts. These details matter, you guys. It's in the details, and it does matter. It's make or break. It's make or break. You can go out there and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy that, I'm gonna buy this over here, I'm gonna buy this over here. You just spent all this money, and it's all a ripoff, and that's what companies do out there. I'm not sponsored by Bimergy, but it's the best stuff. I'm going to talk about how their Goldenseal works, how it connects to the body, how it communicates to the body. When you actually consume Goldenseal, you feel it. You actually feel it, and what you're feeling is communication between a product and your body, between the ancient herb, the root, and your body. Good to see you guys, and I'm glad we're here. We're here on TikTok. We're here on IG. Cooch Puppy says, details, thumbs up. Thank you. Amazing. Glad you guys are coming on. We got some good stuff to talk about, right? Pumped. Ashley Kim says pumped. Hey, I say that all the time too. That's a cool word. I say I'm pumped. I'm glad you say it too. We're alike. All right. How do you know how much to take? Okay, 77 Sweet Spirit. Where's my book? There it is. I talk about dosages and supplements in here. So this is on sale at Amazon, on sale at Amazon.com. Right here, you see what you need to know about supplements. Really critical chapter to understand. This is a medical textbook, 51% off, Amazon.com US. Find it in the library for free if you want to. Really important right there to have. Important tool. Okay, guys? So we're talking about supplementation. First, let's hit the herbs. Herbs. Dried, powdered herb concoctions. Don't fix people, okay? Dried herbal concoctions that are mixed with all these different herbs and things don't fix people. You piss your money away, you throw your money away. It's important to know this stuff. You guys, did everybody pay their $3,000 ticket? Did all you guys pay your $3,000 ticket for this course? Did you guys pay did you pay your $3,000 ticket for this course? No, because it's free. That's why you didn't pay the $3,000 ticket, okay? I could take it to a private platform and do an immune system building course, a program. Everybody pays $3,000. 1 million people will sign up to it, okay? And then that's what we do. I'm not going to do that. It's for free. So see this as something special, because it is. It is special. Special to me because, yeah, and intentful spaces, amazing. So you appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. That's the whole point. That's why I do this stuff for free. So what's he holding up? Holding Goldenseal, TikTok. On TikTok, holding up Goldenseal. Oh, there you go. See it better that way. Goldenseal is very important. Aaron Walrath, you know about the gold. You remember the golden ticket, Aaron? Good God, I can't believe you're here. Amazing. So, Goldenseal is antiviral, antibacterial, antipathogen. When people are getting that cold and flu, and I just talked about it earlier. There are no colds anymore. Colds don't exist. So if you get a stuffy runny nose and you get a little congestion, you don't have a cold, you have a flu. Now, it all depends. Is your flu mild? Is your flu severe? Is your flu middle of the road? Okay? There are no colds anymore. The other thing is people all say, I'm having an allergy attack, I got the congestion, the sinuses are draining, I got the cough. No, you got the flu. And you may be somebody that catches the flu every month and you keep all the congestion around because you're catching the flu every single month because your immune system's down. We're talking about how to build up the immune system. We're talking about immune system supplements. 12 different supplements and some other stuff. I'm going to make a little snack too. That's an immune system building snack. All right. Most everybody out there in the world right now is suffering from a symptom or a condition. Hush Bayway says, what company? It's Bimergy. What brand is this? Jaddy says it's Bimergy. V as in Victor. I, M as in Mary, ERGY. And I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm going to tell you right now, they have no alcohol in their products. They have no citric acid in their products. They have no natural flavors in their products, which is MSG. No flavorings at all, which is MSG. No organic flavorings, which is MSG. MSG, that's the trick they use out there in all the supplement companies. They put organic natural flavors in. That's MSG. It's a trick. No additives. And they use MSG and all the other supplements to get you guys addicted. There's no additives, and you ready for this? There's no additives they don't list. Here's the 411 right now. The 411 is all the supplement companies out there, they have their stuff manufactured, and there's a small percentage of ingredients that are not listed on your supplement. So when you buy your supplement from your reputable company, there's close to 10% of something in there that's not supposed to be in there, and you don't know it. You have no idea what it is, and it's in there. Bimergy said, we're not going to do that. Bimergy said, we're not going to do that. We refuse for any manufacturer that actually, supplier, we refuse to put in something in there that's not listed. They're the only company I heard ever do that. All the other companies keep it hush, hush. Keep it quiet. I got a phone call coming through right now. It's like, keep it quiet, keep it quiet. Anyway, the brand is Bimergy, V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, ERGY. We're talking about building the immune system, lymphocytes, monocytes, basophils, neutrophils, white cells, white blood cells. We're going to talk about it all. Supplement warehouse, Inc. Acme warehouse. Yep. No, keep it hush hush. Nope. No one in the supplement world's allowed to say about the small percentage of ingredient that all the manufacturers force them to put in. Yep. That reputable brand too. Yep, all those reputable brands that everybody's taking. There's a small percentage in there. You got to keep it hush hush. We're not allowed to tell anybody out there. Yep. Everybody who's doing all these supplements out there, all these reputable brands recommended by doctors. Hi, I'm Dr. Oven. Yeah, take my supplements. High quality. Meanwhile, there's a percentage of MSG in there nobody knows about. There's a percentage of nicotine in there nobody knows about. Yeah, well, guess what, you guys? Yeah, we got to keep it hush hush. Supplement, Acme supplement. Yep. Important to know, you guys. Guess what? Bimergy says, no, we're not going to do that. We don't care whose feelings we hurt. We're not going to do that. We're not. Happy Lemon Healing, you like that voice? You've heard that voice, right? It's on every doctor podcast that's screwing everybody over. It's at every YouTube doctor that's screwing everybody over. Yep, that's exactly. That's how they do. Hi, I'm Dr. Van. I run $1 million of ads a month to push my supplements, and I take medical medium information and use it and sell all my things. Hi, I'm Dr. Whatever. Here's the top 5 things you can do for your brain health. That's another reason why I trust Bimergy. Okay? And if they change, then I'm out. But they haven't, and they stayed consistent, and I like consistency. Nailed the voice, Terry? Terry Agents, nailed the voice. You know who I'm talking about, right? There's a bunch of them. Yeah, I know. That's how they sound. And there's a reason why they even sound like that. Hi, listen to me. Even though I didn't get anybody better when I used to practice medicine, I'm now in the alternative market to try to build an empire. Okay, you guys. Anyway, we're back. We're talking about immune system. Can't get carried away yet. That is how it works, Seawood Hero. You know, you've been around the block with a whole alternative medicine thing. You get it. Elevated with Erica prenatal. So Okay, the things with prenatals are elevate, evolve, energize, right? Isn't that true? The things that prenatals are, okay, is that they're a hodgepodge of what a man thinks might be okay for a pregnant woman. There's no science behind a prenatal. Just so you know, when a mommy's pregnant, okay, I gotta call my doctor. Oh my God, I think I forgot my prenatal. Doctor? Doctor, are you there? Yeah, I didn't bring my prenatal home. I know my baby needs the prenatal. What do you mean the prenatal thing is just a man-made concoction of what? There's no science? What are you talking about? You mean to tell me there's no science behind a prenatal? It's just somebody's guesswork of what they think my baby needs? How does some man think what my baby needs? Working in some manufacturer somewhere. What? You mean there's no science behind prenatals? Then why do all us mommies think that we're just fooled constantly? That's not fair. Anyway, I wanted to ask you a question. Is it okay if I still drink my coffee while I'm pregnant? Oh, doctor, it is? Coffee's good for my baby now? Oh my God, I can't believe it. Isn't it a psychoactive drug though? It is? So why are you telling me to give my baby coffee and have me drink coffee then? I'm hanging up on you. I'm firing you. Guys, we're talking about immune system. We're talking about the immune system, top supplements for immune system. Let's go into Goldenseal. What happens when you take a good Goldenseal, you feel it. Leedy says on IG, I wish I knew your information when I was pregnant. I'm just glad you're here. So details matter, you guys. Details matter. It's important to know. Actually, given the bounce. So Goldenseal is a powerful immune system builder, protector. What I love about Goldenseal, it has an antimicrobial power or antipathogen power. Phytochemical compounds in Goldenseal suppress and beat down and injure pathogens. But a real good Goldenseal without alcohol, without the citric acid, without the hidden fillers that nobody knows about, the percentage of fillers that nobody knows about, without all that hidden stuff, okay? You can't get a supplement company, right? You can't get them to admit they're not using that hidden stuff in there, because they are using that hidden stuff in there. It's crazy how it works. So the Goldenseal, when I take Goldenseal, I feel it. I mean, it's like a hit when you're taking a good Goldenseal, right? For your immune system. If you're somebody that's like, what's a Goldenseal for? UTIs, chest infections, sore throats, cold flu, lung infections, the plague, all of it, it's good. It's good, okay? So we're on Goldenseal. This is the Bimergy Goldenseal. If you don't know about Bimergy, it's V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, E-R-G-Y, bimergy.com. Go there, bimergy.com. I'm not sponsored. I just like good stuff. And good stuff makes a good outcome. So important. Good stuff brings good outcomes. And when it's good stuff for health, brings good health outcomes. So important to know. It matters. Marianne, I love Bimergy too. Marissa, bimergy.com. And the prevention realm, you appreciate the purity of Bimergy? I do too. Now, the reason why you don't see 20 herbs in here is because that's how the supplement companies rip you off. You can't get better with a speck of herb dust with 20 different specks, smidgens from all the different herb powders that they make a tincture out of. You can't get better on that. It's not enough. If you're going to fight an infection, bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections, UTIs, kidney infections, bladder infections, gallbladder infections, stomach infections, SIBO, H. pylori, right? Skin infections. If you're going to try to fight something, lung infections, chronic sinusitis, conjunctivitis, eyes, styes, cold sore, simplex 1, if you're going to fight an infection, You need something that holds power. That holds power. Okay, Scribble says, Goldenseal, could you give it to your 4-year-old? Read the flu dosages here for children, the different dosages, and there's also children's dosages in here for other things too. Bring the book to your doctor. Ask your doctor if it's okay for your 4-year-old. So this is the Goldenseal that I'm swigging down right now. Just a couple of dropperfuls. I put in some water. Send it down. Oh, the thing is with a really good Goldenseal, the minute you send it down, and you got like that sore throat, you got that scratchy throat, even if you don't have anything wrong, like I don't have a sore throat right now, I don't have scratchy throat, I don't have anything, right? Hey, Block Island girl, good to see you here. Like, you when you use the Goldenseal, you feel it. You feel like I'm feeling it now. It communicates the root. That herb communicates to the human body, to the cells in the human body. It's one of those herbal remedies that you can feel when you take a powerful one like this. It's so good. It's so good. All right, so we got that right there. We're talking about the Goldenseal. Anything else with the Goldenseal that's important? So back to this. There are no colds anymore. We only have flus. You either get a bad flu, you get a mild flu, you get a little bit of flu, or you get a severe flu, or plague. Or it's the plague too, right? The plague out there. But you get that, right? And you want to be able to protect your immune system if you do come down with something, but it's not just that. This is about chronic illness. The fibromyalgia, the Hashimoto's thyroiditis, the eczema psoriasis, all the different conditions people deal with. Let's talk about licorice next. Actually, we'll go into licorice next, right? Why tinctures? Because what you get with dried herbal powders in pellets or capsules, tablets or capsules, what you get is herb dust and dirt. Dried, ground up herb in capsules. Almost all of the product that's out there, there's a percentage of dirt and dust. It's called herb dust. You're getting ripped off because there's a percentage of herb dust. The dust is from the shelling of the skin of the herbs. It's the breakdown. You're not getting the actual herb in its form that you're supposed to get it in. And so the rip-off out there is just 24/7. So the rip-off is just, it's about putting all those dried bulk herbs together, making them into a powder. Here, take my herbal powder formula, take my herbal capsule formula, and people are just getting ripped off. You're not going to get rid of your Hashimoto's. You're not going to get rid of anything. Your chronic fatigue syndrome. You're not going to get rid of your conditions, your lupus, your neurological Lyme. It's not going to happen. It's important to have the tinctures when you're dealing with herbs. It's a really big one right there. Wild Lizzie Flower, the truth bombs. They are. So, Sandra says, I find it if you press on comment and just hung, you don't get kicked off. Whoa. Not sure exactly what that means, but cool. So, what about vitamin C capsules from bimergy? Natalie, let's talk about that. We'll go into the licorice in a little bit. So the vitamin C capsules, right? The vitamin C is not an herb. Okay? When you do your liquid vitamin C's out there, that's battery acid. That's straight ascorbic acid. I don't like that kind. That burns a hole in the stomach. This is buffered in such a way you can't get that burn in the stomach, right? So the micro C is so gentle on the system, and this is not a bunch of herb dusts because this is vitamin C, right? The micro C. This isn't about all this herb in there, meaning like a lot of herb. Like if someone's going to be like, well, I want to take this herbal dried formula and there's 20 dried herbs in a powder, that's different and it's only that. Important to know. So all these things have everything to do with if somebody heals. Make or break. Heal or not heal. What is it? Heal or not heal? We are having problems. Okay, yeah, so there you go. Yep, good to know. So let's move forward on here. What is the vitamin C for? I'm going to do some vitamin C shock therapy in a little bit. We'll do that now really quick. We'll make some vitamin C shock therapy. Let's do that. I'm going to get the cup out. Some water here. So the vitamin C shock therapy, if anybody feels like something's coming on, they feel under the weather, I do 2 capsules. That's what it is. Medical medium vitamin C shock therapy. 2 capsules of micro C right there. Bimergy.com is where you get it. There's the micro C. I do an orange. You can squeeze a whole orange in here, no problem. Squeezing a half orange right now. You can squeeze a whole orange. We're going to talk about what's to come. Everybody needs to know and they need to be prepared as far as what's to come. The sickness that's on its way, people getting sicker and sicker, how bad it's getting right now. Right now we have a stomach flu that's ripping about. Nobody's talking about it, but everybody's getting sick from it. We got a stomach flu ripping out there. So I got the honey and the orange in here. This is the vitamin C. 2 capsules every 2 hours when you're up and awake. When you're sleeping, don't worry. 2 capsules. Right there. So that's the micro C, medical medium vitamin C shock therapy. Can't tell you how helpful this is for people. It's incredible. It really is. Someone's asking about other types of Goldenseal. I can just tell you now, one thing to understand is there's a small percentage of ingredients that are not listed on all the other supplement companies out there that no one's talking about. Remember, she said we're not going to do that. There's not going to be anything in this bottle that's not listed. Just keep that in mind, number 1. Number 2, natural flavors, alcohol, citric acid, and bag glycerin. That's in the other herbal supplements. Keep that in mind. Palm glycerin, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not the best. Bimergy uses the flax glycerin. Big deal. That's a huge deal right there. Elaine says because Bimergy is interested in helping people. It's so true. And there's a difference, okay? When someone says they're not getting better and they're not getting better, what are they using? What are they using? What protocols are they using? You know, what supplements are they using? Are they using the right kind? It all matters. You can grab an immune system building supplement off the shelf at your Whole Foods or your health food store, local health food store, or your local grocery store, and there's an immune system building supplement, but how it's built and what it's made of and the quality just matters, and what's in it, all that matters. So it's so important to know this stuff. It's a vitamin C shock therapy right there, 2 capsules every 2 hours. X-Rose X, good to see you. Can use this shock therapy on babies. Check out the Cleanse and Heal book. If you can, I talk all about that in here. So we're going to talk a little bit more about what's to come as we're going through here. Let's just cut through some of the sups a little. It's vitamin C shock therapy right there. Now I take 6 capsules twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day, sometimes 4 times a day. Keep my immune system really strong. You can take 1 capsule a day. Do what your doctor tells you to do. But I tell friends they can take 1 capsule a day. It's fine. It's fine. It's gentle. Super gentle. That's what's amazing about it right there. So, Bimergy always answers my questions. Lifestyle, incredible. I got my health and my life back with medical medium information. Thank you. So glad you're here. Totally honored. All right. So I want to talk about what's to come and why building the immune system and having the right supplements is necessary and why it's so important, okay? To begin with, everybody's immune system is challenged these days. That's why everybody has the aches and pains, the fatigue, tingles and numbness, the vertigo, the dizziness, the brain fog, the ADHD. That's why everybody's not feeling good, right? In general, they have the acne. If you got acne breakouts, your immune system's down. All this is important, right? Rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, vitiligo, skin conditions, your immune system's struggling, right? Any kind of diagnosis, your immune system's struggling, okay? So this is all important to understand. And so keeping our immune system strong and learning how to heal our conditions is a big part of how you can get better, right? Zinc keeps the immune system from overreacting and underreacting. Overreacting and underreacting. Underreacting means you stay sick your whole life with your neurological Lyme. You stay sick. Okay, Mike Cam has a question. Do you get a percentage of these sales? No, I don't get a percentage of the sales. I don't own a percentage of the company, and I'm not being sponsored. Anyway, back to this again. Zinc doesn't make your immune system overreact when a bug and pathogen comes in for you to destroy it and get over it, and it doesn't make your system underreact. Mike Ham, I'm honored you're here. Thanks for asking. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So it's important to know that that's what zinc does. Is zinc good for POTS? POTS is considered autoimmune in medical research and science. Zinc is good for autoimmune. Ask your doctor if it's right for you. When you have the right supplementation, it's make or break. There's zincs out there. You can go, hey, well, I'll go buy a zinc out there. Let me get a zinc. It's got citric acid in it and it tastes like poison and you throw up, or it makes your stomach really, really sick. That happens all the time out there. Zinc modulates, yeah, correct. Zinc modulates your immune system. That's what it does. This is at bimergy.com. Bimergy, V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, ERGY.com. One thing I'm learning out there, okay, is I want people to get the information and I want them to get better. So I want them to have the information and get better, right? Right? But if I don't show them what works for me, my family, my friends, what I take, what's the right stuff, the best quality stuff to take, they're just going to go out and grab something that's not good. And then they're not going to get better. And then they're going to say medical medium protocol doesn't work. It happens all the time. People go, medical medium? Yeah, I tried a little celery juice. I bought a cat's claw somewhere. My doctor gave me a supplement that had some cat's claw in it, and I'm still not better. And because people don't realize the details matter. B12's out there. If you take the wrong B12, it'll have natural flavors in there. That's MSG, you guys. Let me show you what MSG does to your brain. MSG gets trapped. Deposits get trapped in your brain. Just so you know. That's what MSG does. And it builds up over time and it crystallizes. So your company, your favorite company that has natural flavoring, any kind of flavoring, berry flavoring, that's MSG. Organic natural flavoring, that's MSG. Vanilla flavoring, that's MSG. Your company on your shelf and your protein powders and all your tinctures and all your things, anything with natural flavors, flavoring, or any kind of flavors, doesn't matter what kind it is, even if it says organic flavor, is MSG. Keep that in mind. MSG is so you stay addicted to the supplement. So the natural flavoring manufacturing companies know you're going to stay addicted to their stuff. It's used in supplements to keep you addicted. Keep that in mind. I've been fighting against the natural flavoring world for a decade now when it got into supplements. And it's in them every day. And it destroys your brain. You get crystallized deposits from MSG, built up deposits inside the brain. And you age fast, and you get in trouble down the road, and you get the worst problems. And that's what happens. And that's why, so yeah, no, I'm doing medical medium. I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm on my B12. My doctor just gave me a B12 shot, and I'm on my B12 patches, and I bought a B12 that in the vegan community everybody's talking about. It's really good. No, and then it's the wrong B12. It's just how it works. All this stuff's important. By the way, on a side note, I got a phone call coming in, but I want to cover these. I want to cover these supplements though, a couple more minutes. But you guys have got a phone call coming in a little bit. Let's go into here. Let's go into this a little bit here. Hello? Yeah, I've been vegan. I'm back to eating animal protein. Yeah, because I got sick. What do you mean I'm like one of dozens of people that have been there and done that? What are you talking about? I went vegan. I was vegan and I was doing a little better. And then I had to go back to fish and now finally animal protein. Now I'm posting about it every day. So I left the vegan community. Yeah. Yeah. I'm under the impression that nobody who eats animal protein's ever been sick before. Like, did I eat animal protein before I became vegan? Yeah, I did. Yeah. And then I made my whole Instagram page all about being vegan for years, for like the last 2 years. Did I eat animal protein before I became vegan? Yeah, so why are you asking me that? So all I know is I got this new doctor. He's like a functional doctor / naturopath. He told me I need to be on animal protein, and I'm sick now because I'm vegan. But yeah, I ate animal protein before I became vegan. Yeah, I got sick before I became vegan. So why am I so confused? I don't know. What do you mean a whole bunch of us girls all of a sudden, and dudes all of a sudden, like left our vegan and left eating vegan and went to animal protein? You mean that's been done before? I'm not the first to do it? Because I just put out an Instagram post saying how I'm back on animal protein and that's the way to go, and I got sick. I thought I was the first to do that, to lead the vegan movement. You mean like hundreds and hundreds of us influencers left veganism like also, and we went to eating animal protein and eggs and fish again? I thought I was the only one. But what do you mean millions of people are eating animal protein and they're sick? So I thought then they got the same symptoms. I'm confused here. Yes, I ate animal protein for the first 20 years of my life. And then when I was 20 years old, I was feeling sick. And then I went vegan and it was working out really good for a year. And then I got sick. And now I'm eating animal protein. Huh? Okay, I gotta go. You guys ever notice that? I know we're talking about the immune system. We're doing important information here. Have you ever noticed that? First of all, if you're vegan, stay vegan. If you're animal protein, stay animal protein if you want. If you're plant-based, stay plant-based. But realize there's reasons why you get sick as a vegan and you're getting sick. You don't switch your diet to animal protein just because you're a vegan you just don't know how to heal as a vegan. You're not doing enough of the medical medium tools. Yeah. You're not doing enough of the medical medium tools. And so what happens is that when you learn how to use the medical medium tools, you can stay plant-based and heal. What about all the people who are animal protein and keto? They're getting sick. What about all the people that are paleo that got sick? They get sick. Yeah. It's important to know. If you're animal protein, that's what you want to do when you get sick. Learn how to heal. All these things matter. We're talking about the immune system. It matters. The immune system, building the immune system, what to use the right tools, right? Using the right tools. You use a bad vitamin C that's like battery acid, you're not going to heal. It's make or break. The details matter. Use the wrong cat's claw with alcohol in it, you're not going to heal. The details matter. So you're going to leave your plant-based, dream, and you're going to go back to animal protein for what? You already were animal protein before you went plant-based. And the same thing with the animal protein people, right? They're just getting sick too. Like, why is everybody pretending that no one's sick eating animal protein? I'm confused now. So you go to a doctor when you're vegan and plant-based, and you go to a doctor and you're getting symptoms, and the doctor says it's because you have to be on animal protein. You don't think that doctor has hundreds of patients that are on animal protein that are sick, that came to them sick? That are on paleo and keto and animal protein diets? What is that? Why would a doctor tell a plant-based person who comes to them they need to be on animal protein when all their people going to see them are on animal protein and they're sick? Think about that one right there. That's why medical medium's not in the war between plant-based and animal protein. So you got a doctor that's biased. He's against the plant-based movement, and he just wants you on animal protein, so he's going to tell you go on animal protein. Are you kidding me? When all his patients are sick on animal protein? If you're plant-based, you stay plant-based. If you're animal protein, you can stay animal protein. It's about knowing why you're sick. Dr. Sherry Green, is that true? Dr. Sherry Green, seriously. Donna, Dr. Sherry Green, right? Isn't that true? Okay? Like, at the doctor's office, there's millions of people on animal protein going to your doctor, going to see all your doctors, and they're sick. And then, why would a doctor say, oh, it's your plant-based diet making you sick? Are you kidding me? Think about that, right? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I'm an influencer. What's my handle? Funny. My handle's funny. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah, my handle's funny. Organic funny. Uh-huh. It's my handle, organic funny. Yep. Yeah. Or maybe just not funny. But either way, check this out. I saw my doctor and I'm sick because I'm plant-based. Yeah. So now I'm going to throw everybody under the bus. Is what I'm going to do. Everybody that was following me. They were all following me, eating plant-based, and now I told my whole community that I'm not going to eat plant-based anymore. So all my following, my 100,000 followers are now going to be confused. Yeah, exactly. They're not going to be confused. Okay, I gotta go. You guys, I support you if you're animal protein. I support you if you're plant-based. If your heart says you want to be animal protein, there's still a way to heal. You can do it right. If your heart says you want to be vegan and plant-based, you can still do it right and you can still heal. Very important to know. Okay, details matter. All right. You can be animal-based and do it wrong. You can be doing the caffeine. You can be plant-based and do it wrong, and you can do the caffeine, apple cider vinegar, the nutritional yeast, the high-fat diet, the vinegars. You can do everything wrong. Dr. Nesbitt, no, I can't bring Dr. Nesbitt. He's in trouble right now. Yeah, he said terrible things on the last live. So Dr. Nesbitt, I might bring him out. I took him out of surgery, and he was so mean. Okay. It's about learning about viruses. It's about learning about why people are sick. It's learning about toxic heavy metals. It's about learning about all the pathogens, the bacteria. It's about learning what to avoid. The details matter. It's not just about being vegan. That's not the answer. And it's not just about being animal protein. That's not the answer. The answer lies on what are you doing for your immune system? How are you doing it? Are you doing it right? Yeah, Marissa, Dr. Nesbitt. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to let him on again. Anyway, let's go into it a little bit more. Let's move it. Licorice root. Licorice root, okay, is antiviral. The reason why people are sick with their Hashimoto's, their hyperthyroidism, their hypothyroidism, their cysts, nodules on their thyroid problems, is because they're viral. They're sick with the Epstein-Barr inside their thyroid. I talk about that in the books, right? I talk about that in the books. They're sick. The reason why people have their chronic fatigue syndrome, the reason people have their neurological Lyme and their lupus and their RA and their psoriatic arthritis is because they're sick. They have viral issues. Licorice root's an antiviral herpetic family. The herpetic family. Antiviral with the herpetic family. Simplex, the cold sore, the fever blister. The fever blister. Okay? Is herpetic. The fever, Simplex 1. And licorice is great for that. And Simplex 1 doesn't just give you a cold sore. It doesn't give you a fever blister. It goes into cranial nerves. So the reason why so many people suffer, and this is medical medium information, the reason why people suffer is their Simplex 1 has gotten into their cranial nerves. It's gotten into the cranial nerves. Their vagus nerve. Right? Okay, their optic nerve. Their cochlear nerve. Their trigeminal nerve. Their facial nerve. Simplex 1 gets into nerves, so they end up getting headaches a lot in the back of their head. They end up getting some jaw pain. Same thing with jaw pain and teeth pain. Same thing with shingles. It gets into the nerves, right? So it's important. So licorice, that's critical for people recovering. But not just any licorice, high quality licorice without all the junk in it and stuff. So this is really important stuff. Immune system building right here. We're talking about immune system building, you guys. Important information. Let's keep on moving along. Okay, did we hit the cat's claw? Let's hit the cat's claw. Neurological Lyme, right? Details matter. So when it comes down to like lupus and neurological Lyme and severe chronic fatigue syndrome or any kind of autoimmune, cat's claw is one of those secret weapons. Very important. But you'd be like, oh, well, there's a cat's claw product that this doctor's selling and it's capsules and it's, yeah, okay, good luck. Good luck. The right stuff matters. I get it. If you're somewhere in the world and you can't get a hold of a bimergy product, you do the best you can and you work with the other medical medium tools. Now, this is an important point I have to say. If you're somebody from another country, because Bimergy's in a lot of countries, check for distributors. Go to bimergy.com and find out where they are if you're from other countries. Okay, so go to Bimergy, V as in Victor, IMERGY.com. Go check it out and see where they are. Right, but if you can't get a hold of Bimergy products because of where you are in the world, you do the best you can, and you start overcompensating wherever you can with the other tools so you can heal. You do the tools you can so you can move forward. Really important to know. Everybody should know that point because it's really important. Okay? No Bimergy in Brazil? Cheetah. So make sure when you get your Cleanse to Heal copy, make sure you're doing other tools. Any tools you can to overcompensate if you can't get it. Right? We have Bimergy in the UK. That's good. Yeah, they're in a lot of places. Okay, it's very important to know. Let's move on. So the cat's claw is antimicrobial. I like the cat's claw for all kinds of things, UTIs and chronic infections and keeping your immune system strong with exposure. If someone has had exposure, you love Bimergy cat's claw? Amazing, Shannon. Some exposure, you know. And I know I'm talking about subs a lot just recently, but we're heading to a place where people are getting sick. I've already had enough phone calls come my way about the stomach flu. I've already had enough phone calls about the plague. I've already had enough phone calls about another flu. I've already had enough phone calls about all that, plus people getting sicker for other reasons, right? So yeah, we're getting to a place where that's what's happening. So talk about nettle leaf. I want to talk about collagen. Let's go into a collagen talk for a couple of seconds, you guys. Medical medium information is leading information ahead of all alternative medicine. Okay, it's consistent. It's never proven wrong. It's only proven right, and it leads the way, is what it does. That's why now medical medium said that you can't build your collagen while taking collagen. You can't build your collagen while taking collagen. So medical medium information says you can't build your collagen while taking collagen. Now, for years, that's medical medium. Now, supplement companies out there are saying you can't build your collagen by taking collagen. You have to do other things to build your collagen. That's medical medium info. Nettle leaf is one of those things that helps to build collagen back, because you can't build collagen by taking collagen. So that's important in nettle leaf. Nettle leaf's great for hormone issues, for women's reproductive problems and hormone issues. Cycles, difficult cycles, inconsistent cycles, heavy cycles, things that women are going through with the reproductive system. Nettle leaf is great for reproductive system. So that's one that's right there. Nettle leaf, yep. Stephanie, nettle leaf, totally, right there. Okay? Yeah, it's helpful for women's hair growth, absolutely. So nettle leaf's a great one. So we got that covered. Talk about the zinc shock therapy, right, you guys? Our soil is depleted. Yep, our soil is depleted, okay? We're missing zinc in our soil. Really important to understand. And so you can't get zinc from oysters. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, right? There's metal falling out of the sky. We got the chemtrails dropping down on the earth. We got pollution raining down on the fields, and it takes the zinc away. We lose our zinc, our trace zinc. So the soils are depleted of zinc. So zinc's really, really important right there. Okay? Very important. The whole thing about like eating oysters for your zinc is ridiculous. All that is mercury and dioxins. You can't get enough zinc out of an oyster. It just so happens that oyster has a little bit of zinc. Still only has a little bit. So you don't want to be on oysters, right? You don't want to do that. It's not smart. Mercury is in oysters. Dioxins are in oysters. You can't get rid of a sickness eating oysters. My doctor's calling me right now. But yeah, you can't, yeah. Been waiting for my doctor to call. That was a great ring. Okay. Yeah, I'm coming down with something. Yeah, I'm feeling sick. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm getting sick. I think I got the flu or something. I thought it was my allergies at first, but it's just so bad. Yeah, I'm getting sick. Oysters? Should I eat a bucket of oysters? Should I? Do you think that'll fix me? You know, I also have chronic fatigue syndrome, right? And lupus. I was diagnosed with lupus 5 years ago, autoimmune. You think oysters? Should I order a bucket of oysters? I could send somebody out to the store and buy me a package of oysters. Should I eat oysters before I go to bed? Really? Do you think it'll get rid of this congestion and sickness? The oysters have zinc, though? Do you think that'll help me? Maybe I should eat a whole bucket of oysters. You're such a good doctor. You're a practitioner. You heard about some oyster product. Should I? So really, you can't help me. You just want me to be on a whole bunch of oysters. Okay. Pumpkin seeds? You want me to eat a bag of pumpkin seeds before I go to bed tonight? Okay. So we need zinc to battle what we're up against these days. You guys have talked about that. Talk about the nettle leaf, the cat's paw a little bit, licorice root, herpetic viruses. That's what people are up against. Lemon balm. Okay, and that's a liquid zinc sulfate, by the way. Liquid zinc sulfate, so you know. So we got the lemon balm right there. Lemon balm is so important. So important. Lemon balm is important because it kills off bacteria, kills off pathogens, yeast, mold, and bad fungus inside the gut. So, really important to know. And lemon balm soothes the nerves, gastric spasms, flatulence, cramping. So important to know. If anybody's sensitive and they're sensitive to zinc in general, and bimergy zinc makes you feel funny, then you certainly can't take some other zinc out there, because when you do, you're gonna be really sick. The zinc's out there with citric acid and all the junk in it and everything. The bad zinc's out there. My God, I've seen people bent over barfing from those zincs. I tell people who are by the way, Bimergy actually is the only company that has a stabilized zinc. It's stabilized. The other zincs aren't stabilized, just so you know. And there's a reason. It's unbelievable as far as how that works, how the zincs out there are not stabilized. And that's why people get really, really sensitive too. But if you're sensitive, what I tell friends and family that are sensitive to anything, they're sensitive to anything. They already got a sensitive system. They have problems when their stomach hurts with anything they eat. They don't feel good. They got all kinds of problems with their digestive system. I always tell friends and family, then just do a drop. Just do a drop. That's it. Do a drop in your mouth. Don't even swallow it. Just hold it out. Hold it in your mouth and then spit it out. Let it absorb into your bloodstream through your mouth, so you don't even have to let it go in the stomach if you're so sensitive. But I notice that people are sensitive. They're sensitive to everything. They can't eat things. They can't do anything. They're always complaining about their stomach. They're always sensitive. They always got problems. Stomach problems. Intestinal problems. So the lemon balm is great because it soothes the intestinal lining, the nervous system in the gut. So all the nerves, the vagus nerve, all the nerves that go to the intestinal tract, the vagus nerve that comes out of the brain stem and heads on down, and it sits inside. It wires up all the different parts of the intestinal tract, right? So lemon balm's good for that. Lemon balm's also antiviral. Reason why I don't talk about a lot of different supplements is because when it comes down to actually healing and going through the finish line, us, you know, like everybody says sea moss, sea moss, sea moss. Sea moss isn't going to fix somebody's lupus. I don't like wasting my time. I don't like wasting somebody's chronically ill's time either. So most importantly, I don't like to waste somebody who's chronically ill their time. And yeah, you can take sea moss if you want. That's not going to fix your dizziness, your brain fog, your vertigo, your tinnitus, your aches and pains, your eczema, your psoriasis, your chronic fatigue syndrome, your lupus RA, Hashimoto's. That's not going to fix anything. If I don't talk about it, it's not going to take somebody to the finish line. Or lemon balm and nettle tea is just as good. They're good if they're traditional medicinal. This is a good tea brand right here. I'm not sponsored by these guys either. So I'm not sponsored by Bimergy and I'm not sponsored by traditional medicinals. They're good if they're here, but they're not equal. Tea is still not equal to a potent tincture. A potent tincture when you're really sick, when you've got real problems. It matters. Infinite wellness, it really matters. Okay, we're moving along here. Let's make a little mushroom concoction. Let's do that. Get some hot water here. Make a little mushroom concoction. Everybody's like, does medical medium like mushrooms? Yeah, dude, I love shrooms, man. Gonna microdose. So, this is a chaga mushroom from Bimergy, right? It's great for the immune system. They're not psychedelic. These don't have the poison in them that's the psychedelic poison, right? That's reishi right there. Now, the last thing you want to do with your mushrooms, you guys, is add coffee and caffeine to your mushrooms. You don't want to do that. These are here to help support your immune system. Caffeine destroys your immune system. You don't put them together, and you don't screw people over by getting them addicted to a product by adding a psychoactive drug. Keep that in mind. Elizabeth says, it's beautiful to see how many have healed on here. We're censored on here, okay? There's millions of people that healed around the world, just so you know. So, do you see that gold label on the books? See the gold label? Okay, Medical Medium books are the #1 health books in the world, 6.5 years running, okay? The label said millions of copies sold in the Medical Medium series. Millions, right? Around the world. These books are in almost every single, actually in every single country, someone has these books, right? And published in almost every country in the world, right? Millions of people have healed and are healing. There's thousands upon thousands of stories of people healing. Okay? The podcast doctors don't have that. They don't have that at all. The YouTube doctors don't have that. It's the leading information with the most people healed around the world with chronic illness. It's not just here on IG. We're censored. They're not even letting anybody on right now. Important to know how many people have healed around the world. So I'm making a mushroom concoction here. You can put honey in here if you want. Just came on here to thank you again. Healed from UC 3 years ago. From UC 3 years and counting now because of you. My God. Amazing. Amazing. Cheers to that. I am on, here's Athena Marie. I haven't seen you. You guys, if you ever notice, I don't respond to a comment sometimes to somebody. I might not even see it because they hide a lot of the comments. TikTok, that's your handle. So I'm doing a chaga mushroom, reishi mushroom, right, combination, right? You can do just the reishi, you can do the chaga. Don't get fooled by the coffee mixture in reishi, the coffee that's in chaga out there. It's disgusting as far as why they're doing it. They're doing it to get you addicted so you keep on buying the product. keep that in mind. If you're going to be on caffeine, which I don't recommend because it's damaging to your adrenals, if you're going to be on caffeine, do not do them at the same time you're doing your reishi or mushroom. Don't confuse something in nature that's actually rebuilding your immune system with something in nature that destroys your immune system. Don't confuse it. You're taking something that helps to rebuild your immune system, right? Like the bimergy, reishi, and chaga. You're taking something that helps rebuild your immune system, and if you add coffee into it, you're mixing it with something that destroys your immune system. All right, keep on moving along. I got some thyme water here soaking. So remember, I tell you I'm not sponsored by bimergy. I'm not sponsored by traditional medicinals. Not even sponsored by Lyman's, but I am working with them though. That is a fact. I am working with them. The reason why I kind of joined forces with Lyman's on this, where I'm helping them, because this product right here is incredible. You guys know the product, right? I can't even tell you. It would take a whole show to talk about the process of getting a wild blueberry harvested, getting it out of the field. Wild blueberries are thousands of years old. They're the most powerful adaptogenic food in the world, right? But the point is that like pulling it out of a field, pressing it into juice, getting it so it's available is a difficult process. I didn't want it to disappear. I want this to be an option out there. So that's something I love for the immune system. So I take a shot. So, lysine. Everybody out there has the herpetic viruses in them. They got the Epstein-Barrs in them, the shingles in them. They got the different viruses in them, okay? Simplexes, they got the cytomegalovirus. They have all these different viruses in them. And eventually, they get so toxic, the viruses just basically explode and get them sick. Lysine is something that really inhibits viruses, really helps inhibit and break down viruses. So I really love to inhibit those viruses so they don't proliferate, and lysine is one of those tools. That's a great product right there. These are all immune system builders. That's what we're talking about today. And spirulina, great immune system builder because every single cell in the body can utilize the nutrient-dense nature of spirulina, and that really helps all on its own. Spirulina is also anti-pathogen, antiviral, antibacterial. So I love spirulina for that alone too. Spirulina helps to bring back damaged nerves, damaged brains. People walk around with all kind of brain problems. They got metals in their brain. They got toxins. They got pesticides in their brain. They got DDT in their brain. They got all kinds of junk in here. They got the brain fog. They got the ADHD. They got they're dealing with all kinds of brain issues. They got cranial nerve pain. They got vagus nerve pain. They got brain stem problems. They got all kinds of issues with their brain, okay? They got calcium deposits in their brain, crystallized salt deposits, MSG deposits, right? They got lesions in their brain, white spots, dark spots, brown spots inside the brain that MRIs can't even, pick up until they get real bad. And what I love about, people have radiation in the brain. You go to the dentist, you think that bib they throw on you is going to stop that radiation? I don't care if it's digital x-rays. Every time we go to the dentist, we get hit with that radiation. You do that panorama, let's just go in that panorama. Guys, I got to get into that panorama. Hold on. So let me do that. Guys, I just got to get into the panorama. Hold on. Oh God, thank God I got out of that panorama. Whew. Whew. Yeah, you guys, I just did the panoramic x-ray. They put a bib on me. So they put a bib on me. It's kind of like this. They put like a radiation bib on me. Yeah, I don't know why they think that this radiation bib is going to stop the radiation from saturating everything. That's why I'm talking about spirulina. Spirulina is a radiation remover. Radiation remover. Spirulina is a radiation absorb and remover. I wouldn't use a spirulina that's filled with radiation, like the Pacific Coast. Dioxins off the charts, metals off the charts, pollution off the charts on the West Coast from the garbage patch. I wouldn't use that. I'd use one that I trust, that does independent bacteria testing. Independent bacterial testing. The bimergy does independent bacterial testing. I used to recommend a Pacific Coast one. The oceans got dirty, and I found something mysterious in their bottle, and they didn't reach back. They didn't call me back when I contacted them. So I'm on bigger and better things. This is a better product by far. And so what I love about spirulina is the amount of radiation we get exposed to all the time. You know what radiation does? It breaks down your immune system. Radiation breaks down our immune system. We end up at the dentist office, we get all the digitals, we get the panoramas, we get all this stuff, and our immune system breaks down. Yeah. So what I like about spirulina is every little bit of spirulina you're using helps to bring out that radiation, helps to take that radiation out of your skull, helps to remove the radiation out of your head. It helps to get the radiation out of your brain. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. No, all those brands aren't independently tested. No. Marlo, yes, I contacted Bimergy. They send me an independent testing pages they produce for me, even without me asking. What brand does that? I saw that you say, what brand does it exactly? That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to make a banana roll. Let's do that. I'm going to move some of these over. I don't know if I talked about all of them here, but I think we covered a decent amount of them. Let me clean up my board a little bit if you guys are okay with that. Woo! Let's get a Nori sheet down here. You guys, I'm really honored you're here, I gotta tell you. It's incredible to have you here. Slap down a Nori sheet. Let's put some lemon on here. Okay? I'm gonna make a thyme tea too. So here's a Nori sheet. This is a toasted Nori sheet. Wasn't that funny earlier, you guys? Wasn't that funny earlier? I can't tell you. If another plant-based person ditches out on their 100,000 followers or 50,000 followers, tries to lead them all astray after they sat there for a year telling them how great plant-based is, leave them all hanging to go animal protein when they got sick to begin with being animal protein. I mean, just because a practitioner told them you should go on animal protein like the rest of my sick patients, how smart is that? If you're plant-based, and then they blame the plant-based diet. Then they blame it. How many influencers sat there doing their vegan thing, and then they blame the plant-based when they already were sick? And they didn't even know how to do plant-based right. If you're animal protein, same thing. There's a lot of animal protein people, you know, they blame whatever. But I'm on both sides. I believe that if you're plant-based, stay plant-based. If you're animal protein, yeah, you're welcome to stay animal protein. But the point is that it's hilarious when you see that on like Instagram. You just literally sat there cheering on plant-based for a while. Got all your followers into it, acted like you knew everything, and then you got a little sick when you already were sick. You got a little sick, and your doctor tells you, no, you better do animal now, you better do fish and everything, and then you just drop the bomb on your whole crowd and leave them all like in the lurch. Plant-based doesn't understand about viruses and metals and things like that and don't realize that they have viruses and metal. You go plant-based, you still have to contend with your viruses and your metals. If you go animal protein, you still have to contend. These people, like I saw this person do it recently, this person who went all of a sudden animal protein after being plant-based still isn't going to contend with their viruses and their metals. The very thing that's keeping them sick. So they're just going to stay sick animal protein and then have to go back to plant. They're going to go back and forth or something. All right, we're making a roll up here. I'm going to put some garlic in here. I'm not ripping on anybody's decision. You got kicked off? Yeah, everybody's getting kicked off by G right there. I'm not ripping on it. I'm just saying that don't throw plant-based under the bus. Just because you don't know what you're doing and your practitioner doesn't know what they're doing, and you're going to just throw plant-based under the bus. When you were animal protein to begin with your whole life that got you sick before you went plant-based. One thing you'll find with medical medium information is it makes sense. And that's why people heal. You just got to be able to follow along with it. Like see, like, you know, the truth bombs and know what's going on so you can take care of yourself. Because it's what it really is. You got to be able to take care of yourself and heal. So, animal-based diet did not make somebody sick. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? An animal-based diet did not get people sick. A plant-based diet did not get people sick. Did you guys hear that though? An animal-based doctor did not get people sick. Plant-based doctor did not get people sick. Animal-based or plant-based diets don't get people sick. It's viruses, bacteria, metals, and toxins. Viruses, bacteria, radiation, metals, toxins, and high fat. It's high-fat diets, radiation, viruses, metals, toxins, bacteria. Did you guys hear that? Did you get that rundown? It's that's making people sick. It's not your animal-based diet got you sick, and it's not your plant-based diet got you sick. Yeah, eggs and dairy will make you sicker and gluten make you sicker only because it's feeding viruses and bacteria. It's viruses, bacteria, radiation, metals, high-fat diet, toxins. Elevate, you got it? You got it? Animal-based, Deanda, animal-based doctor, wasn't that funny? Oh my God, that was really funny. Raw honey, Ingi, raw honey in this. This is an immune system builder tool. You can use less garlic. This stuff is strong. You can use, yeah, food wars are a distraction. That's right, that's right, that's right. This is a nori roll wrapped with a banana wrapped in there with some lemon on there and some garlic in there, right? And now I'm cutting it. This is a great little trick. Good. Very good. What happens is, what you won't see in here is peanut butter. You won't see avocado in here right now. You won't see chicken in here. You won't see olive oil in here. Dr. Fon, fruit roll-up. You won't see fat in here. When people start getting sick with the flu, they make themselves sicker by eating a ton of fat. What about influencers talking about how celery is actually bad? I got one calling right now. I got one calling right now. Well, actually, hello, I'm an influencer. Yeah, I'm talking shit about celery. Uh-huh. Yep. What? Uh-huh. I'm an influencer here. Yep, I'm talking about celery. Yeah, I closet drink it. I'm ripping it down. There's lots of influencers talking bad about celery. I know. I got some of my influencer friends right here with me. We're having a party. Yep. I'm an influencer talking shit about celery. I'm going to do another post about it. Hey, how are you, influencer? You're going to talk bad about celery too? You are? Celery juice? Hey, influencer, are you going to talk bad about celery? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, gonna write another post. Gonna write another post about how celery juice is bad for you. Hey, I'm a vegan. No, I'm not a vegan. Yeah, I am a vegan. No, I'm not a vegan. I was an animal protein person, then became a vegan, and then I got some acne again, and now I'm an animal protein person. And I quit celery juice. Well, I really never was on it. Oh my God. All right, what else? I just got to have one more of these immune system bites. The influencers are breaking down my immune system. The influencers, they break down my immune system, yeah. Every time I see another influencer that rips apart celery or says I'm a bad person, it breaks down my immune system, so I better eat one of these. I told you about what breaks down our immune system. Viruses, bacteria, radiation, toxins, toxic heavy metals, and influencers. Bad influencers. All right, what else? Do a little recap. Talking about rebuilding our immune system, protecting ourselves, getting radiation out of us, keeping our zinc reserves up so we don't have overreactive, underreactive immune system, zinc shock therapy, medicalmedium zinc shock therapy, vitamin C shock therapy, right? Mug says, please talk about trigger points on muscles. Here's what I've learned about trigger points on muscles, okay? So I want you to know, okay? Do we have trigger points? We do have hot spots on us, right? But that's a managing tool, right? Not a tool to get rid of your Hashimoto's. You can hit all the trigger spots you want. Your Hashimoto's is here to stay. You can hit all the trigger spots you want, and your lupus is here to stay. You can be dying of neurological Lyme because you've been antibiotic to death with your neurological Lyme disease, and nobody knew it was Epstein-Barr, and your trigger spots aren't gonna get rid of it. You can be suffering with multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, 10 different diagnoses to Sunday, and your trigger points and trigger point therapy is not going to fix it. In the 35 years of doing this, it was always about getting somebody better and not wasting their time. Yes, you can get a massage, which is amazing. You can get your trigger points touched. You can get somebody working on your chakras. But that's not going to fix a real problem. It can't make your eczema go away and your psoriasis go away. If you send somebody out, well, you know what's going to get rid of your raging psoriasis? That's actually your skin's bleeding. Go get your trigger points pressed. It's not going to get rid of it. Go do your breathing. Tell somebody who has panic anxiety and chest tightness to go do breath work. Tell somebody that's got ripping eczema, they got tightness of the chest, they got severe anxiety and chronic fatigue. Tell them to go do breath work and tell them it's going to fix it. You guys, I'm just not about the BS, the bullshit. It's about getting somebody better. Yes, you can get massage. Yes, you can take some deep breathing course if you want. Yes, you can go and do yoga. But I'm talking about chronic illness, all the people sick, all the people suffering with all their problems, and I don't like wasting their time and energy. Because if you got your toxic heavy metals, your viruses, and your bacteria, and your dioxins, and your radiation, and your DDT in your liver, and all these things, and you've got real true causes to why you're sick. I'm not going to say, oh, go do a breath work class. Oh, go do some trigger points. You better get your chakras realigned. Janelle says, breath work made my anxiety so much worse. It does. Janelle, I've seen it literally destroy people. Breath work is for men that aren't sick. It's for men that aren't sick. Just so you know, it's a man's thing. It was all about like who can outbreathe someone else. It was a macho thing. The whole breath work thing was a macho thing. Who can hold their breath the longest? Who can do breath exercises? It was a macho thing, right? Deep breathing is healthy. It's good for you. Breathing's healthy, absolutely. Breath work is not bad. It's not a chronic illness fixer. It's not a chronic illness fixer. Tell it to us, AW, we love it. That was me. I really made my anxiety worse. Breath holding training for 3 years. It worsens anxiety because what it does, it stresses out the vagus nerve that someone's sick with, but no one knows that. Happy Lemon Healing said, focusing on my breath made me so anxious. It makes a lot of people. You guys have to understand, for 35 years, people came into my office. You think breath work is like brand new, everybody's talking about it. People have tried that for decades. And it makes their conditions worse with neurological problems. It's why I don't recommend it. It's why I'm not sitting here saying, do breath work and that will fix you. That would be insulting all you guys. Can you imagine? Meditation with Dara says, Iceman method. Yeah, that's real smart with somebody that's got tendinitis and fibromyalgia. Just destroy them. You guys got to understand something. People are sick. They're sick with real true causes. All these little fun fix-its that came out of nowhere by people who weren't sick. You guys got to understand that. You know, that there's all these different kind of modalities for people who aren't really sick. They don't have crippling vagus nerve problems. They don't have anxiety. They don't have nerve problems literally freaking out all through their body. They don't have toxic heavy metals built up so bad in the brain. They don't have viral infections inside their liver. So they can play around with breath games and different games and jump in some ice. It's okay. When you're not sick, you can fool around like that and live off your adrenaline, do adrenaline highs. When you're sick and you've got crippling anxiety and your chest tightness and your throat tightness and you've got metals in your brain and you've got all kinds of issues and viruses in your liver and your nerves are inflamed, you go doing that and it just worsens it. No insult to any of it. Some of you guys probably aren't that sick, so you can play in that world, and I don't want to insult anybody. It's okay. Let's do some Thyme water. What I do is I take Thyme in a big jug of water. I mean, it's okay if you want to play in that world, right? If you're not, if you're not sick and you fool around, the point is when you're sick and you're really chronically ill, everybody's tried all that, all these decades. Medical medium information, you know what's funny? Medical medium information gets all these people better all these years, so they can go and try something like that, right? And then they'll say that's what got them better when they just did 3 years of medical medium and celery juice and everything else. I'm doing some Thyme water, so I got that right here. You get adrenaline highs on a lot of these modalities. It gives you adrenaline highs, so you feel like you're getting it's like hot yoga. How stupid is hot yoga? Hot yoga is disastrous. It's the adrenal destroyer for women. And it's just like caffeine. Let's just get women on caffeine. Let's get them doing hot yoga now. Hot yoga is damaging to the brain. You know why you get an adrenaline high? You don't even realize it. The reason why people feel like a high from an hour and a half of hot yoga is because they almost went into literally crisis, where they went into hyperthermia, where their brain was starting to cook. And when their brain was starting to cook, their adrenals exploded all this adrenaline out to try to save their life while they're doing hot yoga. Hot yoga is literally a damager for women. It takes them down, breaks their immune system down, hurts them over time. Try doing hot yoga when you're chronically ill. You could die from it. Stick somebody who's got neurological Lyme in a hot yoga room for an hour and a half doing hot yoga. They're going to need a stretcher to take them out. Because it's that bad. Yeah, if you're built like a tank and you don't have any health problems yet, you can chance risking your life on the adrenals with that, but it still hurts you. And then ice baths are another thing. Cold plunging is about you cold plunge and your body starts freaking out because it thinks you're going to go into hypothermia. So then your adrenals are flooding. It's terrible. Anyway, we're doing Thyme water right here. We're talking about the immune system stuff. Those aren't immune system builders. Hot yoga is an immune system breaker downer, right? I get it. There's a whole bunch of not so sick people out there that want to find the panacea and the answer. They don't want to do the work, but they want to find the panacea. Let me go do some breath work. That will get me, you know, at the top of my game. Dude, you ain't sick enough yet. When you get sick, watch that not work. Watch you get sicker from that. You guys have to understand, there's a whole bunch of not so sick people out there. They're out there and they're playing around, and they can just play around because they're not really sick. But when you're sick, every little bit counts. It's make or break. Death by 1,000 cuts. When you're really sick, everything has to count. Every little thing you do has to actually be beneficial to help you and protect you. Every little thing you do has to matter when you're really sick. You can't, there's no room to play. That's why when you take a sick person and put them in hot yoga, they'll be going to the emergency room. That's why you take a sick person, you get a new medical treatment, they'll be in the emergency room. That's why you take a sick person and you stick them in an ice bath, they'll be in the emergency room. That's why when you take a sick person, because that's how it works. Christina says, I love hot yoga, and after it, I feel so good. If you were someone that was really struggling with your health, you wouldn't say that. You'd be trashed by it. And the feel you get after hot yoga is an adrenaline high because you almost go into hyperthermia. So for the not so sick person, see, like Vibrantly Nourished said, hot yoga made me feel so sick. Exactly. But what happens is if you're not so sick and you do hot yoga, okay, you run off of adrenaline, you go almost into hyperthermia, your brain almost starts to cook, and then your adrenaline runs, but you can handle it for that moment in your life. Down the road, if you get sick, you're not taking care of yourself right, you're not doing good stuff, you're not learning tools, you're not taking care of yourself good, right? When you get sick down the road, and you don't have the tools and the information and all that, and you get sick down the road, try doing hot yoga then, and you'll be so sick, you'll be like so many people that are like so sick from it. That's what happens all the time. Saunas and low heat are good, infrared saunas. Just don't want to be in there forever, and you don't want it on it like cranking high, right? Or just do long term in there, you know? Don't do yoga in a sauna. Yoga should be done, I like yoga. Yoga should be done not in heat. Shouldn't be doing it in real heat, real hot temperatures. You break down your immune system. CD Mira said hot yoga hurts my back. You know why it hurts your back? That's your adrenals freaking out. It's your adrenals cramping. If you're really sensitive, it can be too much. Even saunas can be too much if you're really sensitive. So do it lightly, you know, be careful. Yeah. It's all good stuff. Like, details matter for actually making it to the finish line, actually making it all the way to the finish line. Details matter. Anyway, no, I don't like cryotherapy. AKA Rockstar Kitten, I don't like it. Talk about Thyme tea. All right, you guys, let's get some Thyme tea going. That kind of therapy, what it does, that cold therapy, right? Cryotherapy, freaks out the nervous system. Can injure the nerves. Guys, there's a lot of things out there that cause small injuries to nerves, right? And causes adrenal injuries. Gets you in trouble down the road. Gonna do some Thyme tea. I got some water over here. I'm gonna put some honey in my Thyme tea. Thyme tea is a great immune system builder, protector. This is fresh thyme. Keep that in mind. This is fresh thyme tea, right? Put a little lemon in there too. I got lemon and honey. I'm gonna mix it up for a little bit. So I got some Thyme tea. I got some lemon and honey in here, right? And I put some sprigs of thyme in there. So I got honey, lemon, and I got fresh thyme in there. Drink that all day long. You got a flu, you don't feel good, you're under the weather, you're having a strep throat attack, you're having anything like that, you want to get your thyme tea going. That's really important. This is mushroom I have right here. Steep for 10 minutes, drink it all day. 15 minutes, steep for an hour because you're drinking it slowly if you want. That's okay, you guys. This you put in the refrigerator if you want all night long. Okay? That's thyme water right here. So good. Okay. Thyme is a powerful antiviral, antibacterial. Let's talk about B12 a little bit. The right kind of B12 matters. Methylcobalamin, diacylcobalamin. Okay. Cyacobalamin is the wrong kind of B12. Keep that in mind. Cyacobalamin is the wrong kind of B12. That's the B12 that doesn't work. Your body doesn't see that as an actual B12 or a real B12. Your body sees a methylcobalamin B12, diacylcobalamin B12 as your B12. This is the right blend in here. There's no natural flavors. There's no junk in here. There's no anything. That's the bimergy B12. Every single cell in your body relies on B12. So I see someone, DeMarco says white pine needle tea. That's great, but it's not going to do anything. That's the tea you want right there. Fresh thyme. Okay? Fresh thyme. Medical medium information, okay, leads the way with advanced information in the health movements. Okay? It's already been proven to lead the way for years. For over and over again, right? So yeah, the tea's okay to be hot. Leanne Brocky, the tea's okay to be hot. Guys on TikTok, tea's alright to be hot, right? Pine needle tea is the last thing I would do. I would never do pine needle tea, ever. I wouldn't want that resin aggravating my nerves, my throat, or anything like that. It was a bad idea. Pine needle tea was a bad idea from someplace, somebody. Bad stuff creates bad results, and it's just ridiculous. You're somebody that's actually sick, you start doing things that aren't good, it'll just keep you sick. Anyway, B12, critical. The problem is someone will be like sick, right? They won't have the right B12. They won't have the right vitamin C, okay? They won't know what to do, right? They won't have the right things. They won't know what to do, and they'll buy all this junk out there. They'll buy all this junk that doesn't get anybody better, that's been around forever. It doesn't get anybody better. It's been around because it's had money behind it, marketing campaigns behind it, and it fails, and then it comes back, and then it fails, and then it comes back. Native Americans have used pine needle for thousands of years. I'm friends with a Native American, okay, just so you know, and you guys probably have seen me talk about it periodically, right? And that's not accurate. That's not entirely accurate, no. And you got to keep in mind, okay, 1,000 years ago, we don't know what anybody did. Keep in mind about this too, all right? This is important. There weren't Epstein-Barrs 1,000 years. There weren't cytomegalovirus. There wasn't any shingles. There wasn't any simplexes. There weren't any plagues like we have now. These are engineered plagues. It's a big difference. Engineered flus and engineered plagues. We didn't have any of that. We didn't have radiation 1,000 years ago. We didn't have the toxins that we have now. We didn't have any of this. Keep that in mind. The tools that I'm using are tools that are for now. They're for now. They're not for 1,000 years ago. They're for now with what's happening. You guys. So, okay. So here's the thing. What you're going to hear, I just saw somebody talk about DNA. So what you're going to hear is you're going to hear the podcast doctors talk about telomeres. You're going to have the YouTube doctors and podcast doctors talk about your telomeres and your DNA and talk about neuroscience. That's a big thing right now. All that does is keep everybody who's sick, sick. Because there's nothing in any of that. You can talk about all the telomere and telomere products and DNA products you want. You can talk about all of that, all you want till you're blue in your face. You can talk about anti-aging. You can talk about longevity, all you want till you're blue in the face. All you want. And it's not going to matter when you got neurological Lyme. Can you imagine somebody sitting at home after their 10th doctor visit? They've already been antibiotic practically to death. They've been sick with neurological symptoms. They don't even know their name practically anymore. They're sitting home and they're gonna watch a YouTube podcast or a podcast doctor talk about telomeres and DNA and neuroscience as if someone has an answer with that. It's about getting people better. It's not about the bullshit scene that's out there. It's all the podcast doctors and the YouTube doctors. It's all the bullshit scene. It's like telomeres. It's like yeah, this is the podcast doctor / YouTube doctor right here. Yeah, we have a new study we've read in neuroscience about telomeres and anti-aging, longevity. We even have a supplemental form that can help your DNA and telomeres. What? There are thousands of people, millions of people home with neurological problems? They can't function? Do you think a DNA and telomere product might help? Ooh, we can make a lot of money off of this one. I'm Dr. from YouTube. I'm Dr. from YouTube and from a podcast. I'm going to try to get more ads going on our DNA products and telomere products. We might even throw a lectin product in there, an oxalate product. We might even throw a new collagen powder. How many traps do we have? We have lots of traps for all these people who are innocent, who don't know anything. I'm Dr. Marketing, I'm Dr. whatever. Yeah. What else can we sell you? Let's sell you a charcoal. We have an apple cider vinegar gummy and a fish capsule, and we also have nutritional yeast product, because that's what everybody likes now. We have a mushroom coffee. I'm Dr. Goldenseal, and what I'm going to tell you is that in my YouTube episode for the next 5 minutes, you're about to get a sales campaign about how our studies for DNA and telomeres are helping everybody. Yeah. Whatever. Shirley says, yes, people copy your info so much. They do, and they're taking it and they're trying to use it to make sure that the YouTube doctors and the podcast doctors are taking medical medium information to try to make it look like they actually know something now, because they used to just talk about anti-aging and longevity. That's all they can talk about. Did you guys know that that's all they could talk about was DNA and longevity? That was it. YouTube doctors only had that to talk about, and foods. The top best 5 foods. That's all they had to talk about. Let me tell you what the top 5 foods are. That's all they can tell you, right? Now they're using medical medium info. You know what they're talking about? Toxic heavy metals now, brain inflammation, all medical medium info, viruses and pathogen, all medical medium info. They're talking about this now to make them look like they have something for the first time. And you got a whole bunch of suckers listening to them thinking like they must know so much. Do I recommend any specific water system? I like Berkey. I like spring water. I like Berkey. I like reverse osmosis. I don't recommend alkaline ionizer water machines. They're absolutely disastrous for people's health. Epic screw up I've ever seen in history with a pyramid scheme behind it. The worst machines. Leaching metals off their metal plates. Disastrous. All right, you guys. So we talked about the immune system. We're gonna be doing another live coming up. I don't know when, a couple days. Keep on checking into it when I'm gonna do it. Rewatch this one when you can, and you guys rewatch this IGTV. Yeah. Why does it bother you so much that other people are saying the same information? At least we'll get to somebody and help them. Because it doesn't help them. That's why. Because what they're doing is they're taking the pieces of info, right? But they're not giving you the answers to heal or the complete definition of what the information means. They're giving you enough to make you think that they actually are in on something that they're not. Then they can't give you the right stuff. They sell you all the crap. So they're going to talk my information, right? That's healed people. They're going to talk about it, and then they're going to sell you all the junk, the charcoal and all the garbage and diatomaceous earth particles and the clays and the zeolites and the fish oils and the protein powders and the high-fat diet and everything else. They're going to sell you all their junk and garbage. Their butter and their coffee, whatever it is, they're going to sell you all the MCT oil. They're going to sell you all the junk that doesn't fix anybody who's got a chronic illness. But you'll go listen to them and they're going to sound like they know what they're talking about now because they actually are taking medical medium info and trying to act like they know something about it. And so you can't, and here's the problem, you can't find the source. They won't say the source. So then you can't find out how to hear the full story of how to heal, the details, everything, the reason why. You're not going to heal. You're not going to heal. You're just going to just be searching around and they'll sell you the wrong stuff, Darlene said. Exactly. And you know what? Wait, a podcast doctor's knocking on the door now. A podcast doctor's knocking on the door now. We got a podcast doctor that's I invited a podcast YouTube doctor on. Podcast doctor, calm down. I brought the podcast doctor. Which doctor are you on the podcast, on the YouTube channel? Are you running ads everywhere? Are you running ads on Medical Medium? Uh-huh. Podcast doctor. I got a podcast doctor here. And is it true you guys run ads on the Medical Medium? You actually run ads on Medical Medium Community? Did you guys know when you run ads, you can run ads to different communities, right? The podcast doctors are all running ads on Medical Medium. They have that in their ad machine. That's real, by the way. They're doing that. Yeah? They're trying to sell all their products to the Medical Medium community, right? Hey, you're doing a good job. Just don't make that noise again. Podcast doctor, don't make that noise again. It drives me crazy. Oh. My God, I don't think I'm going to invite the podcast doctor back. I don't think I should invite the podcaster doctor. The podcast doctor wants to say something that's not in donkey language. Hello, I'm Dr. I'm Dr. Henry. I'm Dr. Henry. We're the podcast doctors, and we're going to sell you apple cider vinegar chewies and gummies. We're going to sell you lots more fulvic acid and zeolite. We're going to sell you fish oil and probiotics. I'm Dr. Henry. I'm Dr. Henry. I'm Dr. Henry. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. We're going to have to bring the donkey out back. And then they'll sell you your collagen, you guys, and tell you how your telomeres are best supported by their new brain supplement. You guys, you know I love you. And, know that I care. Truly. It's infuriating. Sienna says hilarious, but also sadly true and infuriating. Uh-huh. You guys? I know I piss off a lot of people too. I know that a lot of people are probably mad at me now. I don't know. All I know is Dr. Nesbitt, I might fire Dr. Nesbitt, but we'll see. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to give you guys the answers, the truth, and how to heal, how to protect yourselves, how to protect your families, how to protect your children, how to protect your friends. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to make friends in the alternative movement in hopes that I can be on some other person's podcast, because why would I do that? I got a #1 podcast. It's the Medical Medium podcast at Apple Podcasts. I just got to make sure you guys don't get exposed. I expose the traps that you guys are up against and expose the potholes and the snares and everything. And it's a constant battle, because if I fall asleep on you guys, you guys might get, onto something that's not great. Anyway, save Dr. Nesbitt. You're the best professor, AW. MM School rocks. Wild Lizzie Flower, thanks for being here. You guys, thank you for being here. Rewatch this live if you can. Beautiful Nature Gardens, thank you for being here. Muse, thank you for Carly, thank you for being here. Dancing. You guys on TikTok, Michelle L, Lorraine L, Lunel, hope you guys had a chance to watch. Good thing you guys are here. BV Acaro, good to see you. Marissa, good to see you. Lemon Balm Love. Smoky Mountain, right? Tara Appleman, thank you for being here tonight. Darlene. Takes time to heal. You got to just get into it and find the tools. And also time to heal, the handle time to heal. So, Paula, good to see you. Sienna, good to see you. Thank you guys for being here. Seriously, it's incredible. Melinda, thank you for being here. Rosangela, guys are amazing. Ichoda, thanks for being here, Ichoda. I think I saw Maniza earlier. Vienna, thank you, Vienna, for being here. Evolve, thank you for being here. You guys are incredible, all you guys. Right? Shadow, thank you for being here. Infinite Wellness, so glad you're here. Health with Liz. Liz, what's up? Thank you guys for being here. Ichoda, you seem fine to me, Chris. Cheetah, Soroka, you guys are amazing. Lisa Thomas, Shannon, Karina, thank you guys for being here, seriously. Monica, you guys are incredible. See Monica on TikTok. Charles on TikTok. Seaweed Hero, good to see you. Bro County of the week, thanks for being here. Betty Pugs. Marissa. Carrie. Good to see you guys, truly. Lemon Balm Love. Christina. Nourish yourself. Nourish yourself. Amazing. You guys are incredible. You guys are amazing. Guys know I love you guys. Vibrantly Nourished. Sunshine. Good to see you on TikTok. I am Renata. You guys are amazing. Always know that. You guys are incredible. Incredible. Rachel, White Official, thank you for being here. You guys, medical medium community is unlike any community out there. Truly. Unlike any community out there. Catherine, Doreen, good to see you guys. True Gracie. Jennifer, MM2279. I love you guys. The MM community is just such an incredible community. All right, you guys. Love you. I'll see you next time. Keep listen out. Going to be talking about some other stuff. Kisses the spirit of compassion. Bless your heart. Scoffin. Love you guys.